Hey guys. Okay, in this module, we are going to talk about what to actually do when it comes to strength training, right? It's easy peasy to say, I'm just going to go lift the weights and do the things, but we want to know that there's actual strategy. And if you're not doing the workouts included in this program, you might feel a little bit like a fish out of water. So I'm going to help you basically decide what to do from here, right? So there are lots of different ways that you can do strength training. It doesn't have to be the workouts that I offer you. There are lots of options for online workouts out there, and I'm not going to say that one is better than the other. They all offer great options. Online workouts are nice because they're affordable, because you can do them at home. You can use your equipment at home. They're better for accountability. So if you have someone like a trainer or a coach on the other end that's doing your strength training, that can be better for you to be showing up consistently. Some of the drawbacks of doing online workouts at home is that you're restricted to only dumbbells. So keeping in mind that, at some point, usually your grip strength or wrist strength gets in the way of you being able to lift a lot heavier, right? Because our wrists and our forearms are only so big, but our lower body can actually get a lot bigger in a good way and stronger in a good way. But if we're only ever lifting dumbbells, at some point we kind of max out on that. Now, that may not be you now, but it's something to keep in your mind, keep in the back of your mind. I do question one of the drawbacks is that it may not be as strategic as I encourage you to have. So you need to be in charge of making sure that you're keeping track of your weights, your sets, and your reps. So you're progressively getting stronger. You do have to be diligent about that. That is not your trainer's responsibility. That is not the online fitness program's responsibility. That is your responsibility to make sure that you are doing that. So options that I have seen in the past, Mega Strong Fitness, Peloton, Beachbody, they all have online workout programs for you as well. So the other option is personal trainer, right? So the pros for this is that you have the accountability. You have to actually show up for this person. It is strategic. They are going to be the ones to keep track of your weights and your sets and your reps. They are going to make sure that you are getting stronger and you're really working on whatever your goal is. The other great thing is that they're really going to make sure that your form is on point and that you are moving your body in a very safe way and also in a way that you can grow and maintain muscle. Now, the drawbacks are it's not very cost effective. It's pretty spendy to get a personal trainer, and it may not be as time effective, right? Because you're spending more time with them. They're really focusing on your form. There's more conversation back and forth. And then you also have to drive there, right? You will have more access to weights and machines, right? So the world is your limit when it comes to being able to become stronger because you have lots of access to equipment. Another option is group fitness classes. So this option is nice for accountability because you usually have to sign up for them and show up for them. They can be on the more affordable side, especially if you're join a gym and you go to these group fitness classes. However, they are not strategic, right? So a random teacher is going in there. They are not focused on you. They're just focused on the entire class doing this entire exercise, right? So you need to make sure that you have strategy. Unfortunately, these are going to be more lighter weight type of classes and less progressive overload. So again, you're in charge of this. This is your responsibility. You will get some form help, usually in a group fitness class, if you ask. I know that I have been to many. I've actually taught many in the past, and it's not necessarily something that a group fitness instructor feels very comfortable correcting you on your form. So keep in mind they may not. It just depends on the instructor. You can also do written workout plans. That means you have just an online trainer that sends you written workout plans. This is going to be really affordable because you don't have a whole lot of communication with them. There's going to be a variety of equipment that you're probably going to need. So gym, dumbbells, like you could need all of it. You can usually modify these. They usually send you modification options. It is usually strategic if you're using like a strength training coach that's sending you a workout plan via online. But there is no accountability. You got to make sure that you're doing it on your end. In this program, have an app that I have uploaded workouts for you. And so there's 4 workouts for you. And actually, I'm going to pull that up for you here a second so you can take a look. So I can go over this. So I have done 4 strength training days. I think 4 is a great number to start with. You can also drop down to 3 if that fits your schedule better. If you would do 3, you would want to do an upper body, lower body, and a full body day. But for example, here's an upper body day. You're always going to do a warm up. And now remember, on the other side of your warm up, this is you deciding if you're warmed up or not. This is not me. I can say for my experience that warming up in my 20s and early 30s took about 5 minutes. Warming up in my 40s, not so much. Takes me a good 10, 15 minutes. And it might feel like, oh my gosh, I don't have that time. However, I want you to really think about like, if you're working out and you're trying to push heavy and you're not warmed up, you are more likely to hurt yourself. You're also more likely not to be actually reaching your capacity and your potential of your muscle because it's not warmed up enough. So really take the time to be able to do this. So usually these are going to be lighter weights or bands because we're not putting the muscle under progressive overload at this time. We're just simply warming it up. So I want you to get used to the movements that we'll be doing for your core exercises in your warm up. You'll see then your workouts there. So you may see supersets. So supersets just means you perform the exercise. So you're going to perform the dumbbell shoulder press. You're not going to do any rest. You're going to move straight to the lateral raise, and then you're going to rest. Okay. And then that's your one set. And then you're going to go back. You're going to do your dumbbell shoulder press, move straight to the lateral raises, then you rest. So the entire exercise is the 2 of them back to back. Whereas when you go down to push-ups, you're just doing push-ups. You're doing 3 sets all the way to failure till you can't do any more. I do put a modification in here for push-ups, and I do encourage you to do incline push-ups versus push-ups on your knees, because if you think about what needs to happen for a push-up, you have to have your back and your core engaged, and that doesn't necessarily happen on your knees. And so if you do incline, you're going to be more likely to be able to move to a regular push-up sooner. You're getting stronger quicker in that way. And then we have the rest of your exercises here. Generally, they should take you 45 to 60 minutes with your warm up in there. If you're getting done in 20 minutes, I would challenge you that your workouts are probably not heavy enough. I want you to go see if you can go a little bit heavier, because if you feel like you're ready to go after like this 1 minute rest, if you're ready to go in 30 seconds, your weight wasn't heavy enough. You need to push your weight heavier. The workouts will be similar, right? So then we have a warm up for lower body. Then we have 2 fuller body days. You want to make sure you're doing a warm up for both your upper and your lower body on your full body days. And then I do put stretches in here as well. You don't have to do all of these, but I would encourage you to do several stretches every day. In order for your muscles to grow from your workouts, you have to make sure that you're really taking care of them in between your workouts. That means stretching that muscle out so that it doesn't constrict and get really tight. And because then when you have a really tight constricted muscle, when you go in to do your workout, guess what? That muscle is not going to work really well. We need it to work really well. So make sure you're doing your stretching. Do it. I would encourage you every night before bed. And then also do a little bit of stretching when you're finished with your workout at the end, if you have time for it. If you don't have time for it, it is okay to go home and stretch, or to stretch at night before bed. Okay, my friends, what's next? We are going to talk about fueling your workouts. All right, see you soon.